Roman Reigns might not return at WWE SummerSlam 2025 after real-life incident? Analyzing the situation. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer, have a nice day. For the WWE Family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE since he was attacked by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker on Raw after WrestleMania 41. The OTC was rumored to return soon and compete at SummerSlam 2025. However, due to a recent incident, his comeback might be canceled at the WWE. Saturday night's main event 40 saw an unfortunate event where Seth Rollins sustained a knee injury after he landed awkwardly while attempting a springboard moonsault. Later, reports confirmed that the Visionary's injury was real. The undisputed tribal chief was rumored to face Seth Rollins at the biggest party of the summer, as Mr. Money in the Bank, alongside his heel faction, took the former undisputed WWE champion out and sent him on a prolonged hiatus. However, Rollins' knee injury could jeopardize the OTC's return plans. In a shocking twist, Roman Reigns' return might get canceled after Rollins' real-life injury. As he doesn't have anyone to compete against other than Seth Rollins, that would make sense. That said, the angle proposed above is speculative, and nothing has been confirmed. Speaking on his Rikishi Fatu Off the Top podcast, the Samoan stinker, Rikishi, shared his idea of potentially being the new Wiseman to the undisputed tribal chief Roman Reigns and his new OG bloodline with the USOs, and Jacob Fatu against Seth Rollins and his heel faction. Paul Heyman backstabbed both Roman Reigns and CM Punk and joined forces with Seth Rollins, becoming his oracle. To counter Heyman's betrayal, Rikishi pitched being Reigns' new Wiseman. To be honest, I think when it comes to those guys, you need the players. Definitely, Roman Reigns has to be in that conversation. Would it make sense to come back and have Roman with Big Jim, with Jacob and Jay? You follow me? Maybe there's a new Wiseman there with the OG bloodline. There's something people, they've been waiting. They've been asking, and you know what I mean? For me, I was like, to give the fans what they want, he said. It will be interesting to see when Roman Reigns returns to the World Wrestling Entertainment and who he faces if Seth Rollins is out of action. Roman Reigns is still one of the biggest draws in wrestling, but he has been absent from programming for a few months. That said, he could return at WWE Saturday night's main event XL to surprise fans. Fans last saw Roman Reigns on the Raw after WrestleMania 41, where he suffered a beatdown at the hands of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, who unexpectedly joined forces with the Visionary and Paul Heyman. A lot has happened since then, and WWE Saturday night's main event may be the perfect time for the OTC to return and continue his rivalry with his former Shield stablemate, potentially leading to a SummerSlam main event match. According to a recent report from WrestleVotes, Reigns is likely to return at the upcoming special event and may be referred to as OTC1 moving forward. Fans have started wondering if a number being added to his prior nickname means there will also be an OTC2. If that's the case, The Rock may very well appear at SNME XL as OTC2 and assault the only tribal chief. If Roman indeed returns tonight, The Rock hasn't been seen since Elimination Chamber Toronto, but he may very well be secretly in contact with Paul Heyman and company. The final boss's surprise attack could finally begin the dream rivalry between him and his cousin, potentially leading to a WrestleMania 42 match in Las Vegas. While this scenario will change the landscape of the industry if it materializes, fans must note that it is just speculation for now. If the original tribal chief returns to WWE at Saturday night's main event XL, there is a high possibility that he will resume his rivalry with Seth Rollins, who will lock horns with LA Knight at the event. Considering the Visionary's dirty tactics, he could use Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed's help to ensure victory against the megastar. However, Roman Reigns could shockingly return to balance the odds. If fans are lucky enough, CM Punk could also return to support the babyfaces, thus forming an alliance against the Visionaries faction Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE television since Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 41, where Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins launched a beatdown on the OTC, and fans have been eagerly waiting for his comeback. Saturday night's main event 2025 appears as the perfect timing for the Tribal Chief's return. In a shocking twist, Roman Reigns could return during the World Heavyweight Championship bout between Goldberg and Gunther. Seth Rollins will likely try to recreate the heist of the century by cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. However, the original Tribal Chief could ruin his former Shield Brothers moment by returning and stopping him from cashing in his briefcase and destroying the Visionary and his entire heel faction, thus laying the groundwork for his feud against Rollins and company at WWE SummerSlam 2025. While the original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, is heavily rumored to return and compete in a match at the first two-night SummerSlam next month from the MetLife Stadium for the first time since WrestleMania, where he competed in a triple-threat main event match against CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Reigns will likely continue his feud with Rollins and his heel faction, and might wrestle in a singles bout against his former Shield brother. However, he may immediately leave the Stamford-based promotion after the biggest party of the summer and go on another hiatus, as he is scheduled to shoot his upcoming Hollywood project, Street Fighter, in August, in which he will be playing a villainous character. It will be interesting to see whether Roman Reigns returns to the Stamford-based promotion at Saturday night's Main Event XL this weekend, or if Triple H-led creative has something else planned for the original Tribal Chief. WWE SmackDown before Saturday night's main event has concluded. Fans are now all set to witness the NBC special event, which will take place on July 12, 2025 from State Farm Arena in Atlanta, GA. This special show will witness Goldberg clashing with Gunther in his final match for the World Heavyweight Championship, among other matches. In this article, we will discuss the start time of SNME in different time zones. Saturday night's main event will be streaming on WWE's official YouTube channel and is accessible to fans in India, the UK, Canada, and more. This live stream on the WWE YouTube channel is free for the WWE universe. Additionally, it will be televised live on NBC and Peacock in the USA. Furthermore, it will also be streaming on Netflix in most places, making it available to fans around the globe. The YouTube stream will start at the above-mentioned timings. You can enable early notifications by clicking the bell icon on WWE's official YouTube channel. The card of SNME will feature 4 matches. There will be 2 championship matches and 2 normal singles showdowns. Saturday night's Main Event XL is a must-watch show because it will witness Goldberg locking horns with Gunther in his final showdown. The Hall of Famer has pulled unexpected victories in the past. This increases the chances that the Icon star might shock the world in his final match on July 12th by dethroning the ring general. Also, Jimmy USO gets his first singles championship shot against Solo Sikoa in a United States Championship match. This match will be intriguing to witness as the MTF has already destroyed Jacob Fatu. So, will Big Jim manage to pull his first singles title or not? Only time will tell. In one of the 2 singles matches, Louisiana Knight will take on Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins. Finally, Randy Orton will face Drew McIntyre, and they will be accompanied by Jelly Roll and Logan Paul, respectively. Additionally, the return of Roman Reigns is anticipated to take place on the show. There are already signs that the OTC might return to cost Seth Rollins against LA Knight. The return of Reigns will set up his feud for SummerSlam 2025. John Cena might have broken Ric Flair's record for the most world championships at WrestleMania 41, but does that actually equate to being the GOAT of professional wrestling? Over a dozen WWE superstars spoke with Sport Bible after WrestleMania 41. When asked who the GOAT is in the wrestling world, not one of them said John Cena. Kicking things off was newly crowned World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso, who named his cousin Roman Reigns as the GOAT of professional wrestling. "I think the wrestling GOAT is my cousin Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief," Jey Uso said. "He elevated the old business, elevated the way we work, and elevated the way everything is produced, how we do what we do in the ring. He's the GOAT, and he'll be the GOAT for a minute. Why are people surprised every time I say that?" Xavier Woods asked. "Because on all the pictures you see they don't put Too Cold Scorpio on, he must not be good? It's the industry. Don't believe the industry. Spotify is not your friend. But Woods' tag team partner, Kofi Kingston, gave a much more commonly heard answer with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He was on all the banners, Kofi Kingston said. What we do here, we cover all the bases. That's a baseball reference for you. Former New Day member Big E certainly picked a WWE Hall of Famer and WCW legend closer to his build in Bill Goldberg. I will go with my personal GOAT, who means a lot to me. And that answer is Goldberg, Big E said. He was my favorite wrestler as a kid. He was like a superhero to me. I was a big WCW guy. Goldberg was the man. It's no surprise I grew up to be a big, muscular man because as a kid, I liked big, jacked dudes like Scott Steiner and Goldberg. I liked the larger-than-life men, and Goldberg was definitely on the top of that list. Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan named each other the GOATs of wrestling, but we guess we shouldn't be surprised by their answers. Morgan's partner, Raquel Rodriguez, selected Morgan and herself as the GOATs of wrestling, which is certainly